This news update is brought to you by
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Your happiness will be connect to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow.
It's Friday, August 28th, and time for the Barbados Today evening updates. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. After much agitation by trade unions in Barbados, the long-awaited appointment of teachers has finally become a reality. Education Minister Ronald Jones told a press briefing today inside the committee room of Parliament that 416 primary school teachers will be appointed by the end of next month. The appointments will bring the total to 1,392 of permanent positions at primary schools. The minister also revealed that a new public service teachers order, which is expected to be passed in Parliament later this year, will give the green light for the appointment of hundreds more primary school teachers.
So you will find that now, not only those temporary posts will be created, that you will have 239 posts of teacher being established. So you will have a further addition to the establishment. Remember, we were talking of 1392. That number will now change to approximately 1691 or so. You might be 1 or 2% out, but that's the. So your establishment therefore has moved from what it was in 1999 when the teacher civil establishment teachers order was put in place to this new process where 1631 the rest of the supernumerary 1631 posts plus the supernumerary of course would be in place.
Opposition leader Mia Motley is demanding transparency on the Cahill waste-to-energy plant. Tabling a resolution in Parliament this morning, Ms. Motley argued that despite numerous requests for government to reveal the details of the deal, nothing has been done.
This Parliament requires the Prime Minister, as the Chairman of Cabinet, to produce and lay in Parliament urgently the following. 1. The Memorandum of Understanding. 2. The Implementation Agreement. And 3. The Power Purchase Agreement that have each been signed by ministers and/or representatives of statutory corporations and which binds the government and people of Barbados. Be it further resolved that this House calls on the Prime Minister to also produce and lay in Parliament the comments and/or opinions with respect to the Memorandum of Understanding, the Implementation Agreement, and/or the Power Purchase Agreement, and the Power Purchase Agreement of all of the relevant entities within central government and the statutory corporations.
Still in news from the floor of Parliament, the government outlines an extensive plan to restructure Cleico International Life. Finance Minister Chris Sinclair says a new company is being set up to hold and manage the real estate assets in Barbados in exchange for bonds to be issued to the insurance company, among other things. Now for the latest on Dominica, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit has been busy all day touring affected parts of the country via helicopter as rescue officials continue the desperate search for dozens of people still missing. Petit Savan is said to have suffered most of the damage caused by Tropical Storm Emily. Works and Communications Minister Ian Pinner reports that 14 bodies have been recovered so far, but at least another 25 people are still missing. Barbados is among several Caribbean countries on standby to help the ravaged island. Attorney General Adriel Brathwaite says Bridgetown is coordinating a response to help Rosehill. He says plans will be put in place after he gets a report from a Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency team, which was in the water-torn country today. At the same time, opposition leader Mia Motley says her Barbados Labour Party is taking on an initiative to help ravaged Dominica.
The reality is that Barbadian artists
have always been treated extremely generously in Dominica. We know that from our own dealings with them. As you know, I've spent a lot of time working with the entertainment community, and so has Santia, and we therefore felt that we would want to be able to put together a relief concert. We're conscious that a lot of the artists are away or going away in early September, so we are targeting early October for the concert, One Caribbean for the children of Dominica. And we will hope that we can also bring in a couple artists from other islands to participate in it. That organizing committee will be established separate from the Dominica Children Relief Fund.
Meanwhile, Erica is moving into the Dominican Republic with heavy rains and gusty winds. The system is moving towards the west and near 21 miles per hour. Maximum sustained winds are near 50 miles per hour. Tropical storm conditions are expected to spread across the Turks and Caicos Islands, the southeastern Bahamas this evening and tonight, and the central and the northwestern Bahamas and Cuba on Saturday. The Heart and Stroke Foundation of Barbados needs a financial lifeline. The Vice President for Financials told the officials attending the organization's annual general meeting last night that the foundation is badly in need of a cash injection to continue its work, which includes heart disease prevention and rehabilitation, along with emergency care.
The operations of the foundation are not financially sustainable on its own revenue stream. Additionally, we do not receive any form of subvention, grant or funding from the government. Our expenses are being managed prudently, and the prices of our services are competitive, with not much room for increase. Therefore, unless the Heart and Stroke Foundation receives significant donations or grant funding, I believe that the foundation will be in serious financial situation in the coming months.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
Got it in my hand, yeah. My Barbados, my bank. Got to understand, yeah. My Barbados, my bank. Ain't nothing like a core bank spare. None of them others just can't compare. You just got to love that taste. It's the world-class thing this land makes. Whether I'm cruising or at a bar, whether I'm at home, my bank spare is never far. For this blessing, got to give God thanks. My Barbados, my banks.
To our regional neighbors now, a Commonwealth Observer team will be in Trinidad and Tobago to monitor the September 7 general elections. A 6-member team will arrive in Port of Spain on Monday to assess, among other things, the various factors affecting the credibility of the electoral process, scrutinize the pre-electoral environment, the voting process, counting and the tabulation procedures, and the announcement of results. More than 100 candidates are vying for the 41 seats at stake in the polls, which political observers say is a straight fight between the People's Partnership government, led by the ruling United National Congress, and the main opposition People's National Movement. On the international front, Florida is leaving nothing to chance as Tropical Storm Erica approaches. Governor Rick Scott wasted no time in declaring a state of emergency. As Erica takes aim at the state, the system is predicted to affect the state Sunday or early Monday, bringing with it heavy rains. Residents are being urged to prepare as the governor enforces a state of emergency for all counties. And that's news. For more, log on to www.barbados3.bb. Subscribe to our e-paper, our email updates, and to like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media and bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. Do have a great evening, and remember, join us again first thing Monday morning.